Hello everyone, Dave Wild here, and I'm about to take you on a tour of Maestro's castle from Galaxy Zento, as I built it here in Minecraft. And it was suggested to me recently that I should build the locations from my universe in Minecraft, and I thought, why not? So I recently completed this, and I'm just going to take you on a basic tour. I'm not going to give a lot of details out about the place, but you'll get the general layout. Maestro's castle, pretty big place. As you can see, the castle grounds here. And we're going to start with just out here in the Demon Forest. Let me drop down right here. With the gate that folks have to walk up to. And I put a sign there for when I allow people to come in here and stomp around for themselves. There's a sand moat that goes around the outer wall. And it hides creatures in it. There's a special trick to getting through there, but that'll be revealed in a story. Now, Maestro and his castle will be making their debut in my upcoming book of short stories, GZ Tales Volume 2. How to get to my other books, I'll provide in some links. This is the front door, but first let me take a trip over here to show you the stables. There's the stables. And that's where some enhanced steeds would be hanging out. Now let's go over here. And these represent a pair of winged white tiger statues. And up top, each of those are a gargoyle. And you come up to the front doors. And the main hall, if Maestro allows you to go through it, the thing about Maestro's castle is it can mystically shift. So you never are going quite the way you think you're going, and it's usually up to him. He enjoys the suffering of others. So his castle is set up for optimum suffering. We have the main corridor to the throne room has 10 suits of armor in it, fully armed, that can become animated. And we'll go to the throne room. This is the vaulted throne room. And it has his golden throne and the Orb of Kings. Yes, I know it's square. The Orb of Kings gives him additional power in his throne room. It's a special artifact. This, drops into part of the dungeon that's only accessible from two different directions. One is the tower, I'll get to that in a bit. And the other is the throne room. This is the armory, where cool demon weapons are kept. He is king of demons. So, come on. I'll be stuck. There we go. Now, a couple of secret locations he has that he uses vanishing walls to protect are his personal spa, and over here we find his dojo. Maestro, along with being a wicked sorcerer, is equally as wicked as a martial artist. Now, this door leads to the kitchen, which also leads over to the west wing. And the kitchen usually has a big demon chef in it, and he throws things down here into this part of the dungeon, which is the feeding chamber. You're wondering what all the heads are for? They are leftovers. This door leads to the torture chamber. Okay. We're going to get into more of the dungeon here in a little bit. I'm hung up on something. There we go. And let's go over into the west wing. find this room. This is the servants' quarters. Pop over through here. Maestro likes roses, so they're all over the place. Another room over here. This is the pantry, not far from the kitchen. And the winery over here. He definitely likes his luxuries. Now, before I go into that great big room, I'm going to go up here to a couple of other rooms. This is a lavatory. And this off-facing room is a guest room, but it is a room specifically made for someone who might not be as much of a guest as Maestro's claiming they are. This is the Demon Chapel. And there is a priest that appears in here that's quite demonic, that will go after people. Now up here by this side of the main hall again, we loop around. This is the guards' chambers, or quarters. Let's go back up this way to that big room, because this humongous room here is the ballroom, with some diamond chandeliers. This is the ballroom, and this is the stage where the orchestra plays. There's another trap door into the dungeon here that will plop you right into a cell. Again, I'm going to go into the dungeon a bit more later. We can go upstairs. I'm going to go over this way. Some more cool rooms, such as the musicians' quarters. See here? The theater. And we have some random tables and things. A little bit of castle decor. This is the hold of Elkhorn the Bloody. Now, I'm going to mention, if you're new to Galaxy Zento, be sure to check out the Facebook page and the photo albums where the artwork's at. I've done most of the artwork. Do have a cool artist on hand as well who's starting to work on some things. But Elkhorn the Bloody is an automaton, and he stays there until he's summoned. This is the haunted bedchamber with a 4-poster bed that is haunted. Things come out of it. This is the view room, or view parlor, as I named it, where someone just sits here, maybe has a drink, and enjoys the view. And we'll come over here to the tea gallery. Maestro does enjoy a mystical cup of tea. And there's something special here that'll be coming up in that book of short stories, is this little location. And the sign says, "Would you like some cookies and tea?" Not going to give away much more on it than that, but it will be hilarious when it comes out in the story. Now, over the ballroom, and for storyline purposes, there is no ladder, because the only way a person can get to this part is by distinct invitation. This is Maestro's bedchambers. This is where he lavishes himself in the most luxury he possibly can. He has a super-sized 4-poster bed. He has this room with a fireplace, and a big couch of gold and red cushions. And he has a golden spa in here and some treasure chests where it's just as cool as he can make it. Some books, some more roses. There's a sign over here that says only if you can fly. And that's a little tip that there's something up here to see. Let me get this just right. Maestro serves the GZ god of demons, whose name is Graithmail. And Graithmail appears in this humongous throne of Obsidian. So that's where he goes to see the person who gave him the powers to save his home race originally, and that's where Maestro became irrevocably evil. So that's another story to come up later. But that's his... Whoop! Let's see here, go down the ladder. And now, let's see, in order to make way to the other side of the building... Oh, well, we'll just do it this way. I'll try and decide on when to go dungeon side. We're going to go ahead and go over to the other side this way. See, I went by there's the front door, there's that. Okay, so this is a bath. Those are bathtubs. That is a guest room. There are, I think I put 6 guest rooms on this side. That's another lavatory. Another guest room. This is the game room. And you might wonder what kind of games demon servants and soldiers play. Probably how many of your arms and legs can we rip off, things like that. But wanderers who come in here usually find themselves in trouble. There's another guest room. Let's take a peek over this way. This is the swimming pool. In the swimming pool, there's usually a water creature, most often a mermaid who guards it. Will attack people who are straying around in here. This is the art gallery, where paintings come to life and try to kill you. And we'll go down here. I put a few guest rooms in. This is the haunted study. This is where opening any book is a risk. Folks have been lit on fire. Let's see here, was there another room back there? I don't think so. Now we're going to go up these darkened stairs to the Grand Library. And this is where books from all over the universe are kept. Let me go into flying mode here to give you a better view. All over the universe. Amazing books and tales can be found here. Drop back down. There's a secret here. Normally it would be via spiral staircase in the stories, but for Minecraft it's a ladder. And it brings you into the book tower where some very secretive magical books are kept. If you continue, you will face a giant spider and get to the scroll room where ancient scrolls of powerful magic are kept. Let's drop back down. And at this point, we'll take a trip to, I know a good place to go. From the library, it's good to take a trip into the tower. The tower is a maze of staircases. Let me go into flying mode here again so that you can get a decent view of it. And there's doors that will appear in the storyline. They can appear anywhere in this maze of staircases and deliver you to any place in the castle at all. Totally at Maestro's whim. Those with the power to fly, who do what I'm doing here, get attacked by flying sharks. Demonized, of course. Nasty creatures. Let's go to the top. If a person finds their way up here, this is the Observatory, where Maestro can see anywhere in the universe and across other dimensions. Plop. Now, if you're in, now that I'm here, I may as well show you there's a secret way down there. See the hole down there? The only way to do this for a character is to free fall. Plop. You free fall all the way down through the tower, survive being attacked by flying sharks, wind up in the Lost Monastery, which is an ancient race of demons type monastery. And it is warped and evil and dangerous. Here's a dead garden. This is the dining hall, what's left of it. Usually there'll be a lot of spirits roaming here. Their kitchen. Let's go up here. For the warped stuff, we have the penance altar, where even demons come to be punished. And over here we have a broken well. This is their chapel. And since they're demons, they have a mutilation chamber, just to be gory and gross and scary. When I was doing the role player of this, people really had fun coming down here. This is the arsenal. Got some chests in there. Crazy weapons. Back here is their bath pit. What else would a demon take a bath in? Let's see. Over here, we got a door here. I may as well grab it so I don't get myself all twisted up. Is the standard quarters. And next to that is the High Priest's quarters. Finally get around here to their library, which will have stuff that's so freaking old that it's completely insane. Okay, let's get back over here towards the gate and fly back up. Okay, now let's see here, which doorway is that? One that I'm looking for. Alright. There we go. Now I'm going to go around and find an access to the dungeon. And from the dungeon we'll actually leave the castle. Let's see here. was... I know the one to take. Let's go over here. Drop. There are several cells down here. So I'm not going to get into all of them. They all look pretty much the same. You know, some webs and a bench to lay on and stuff like that. This is the dark pool. And I put a sign here that says swimmers will be eaten. That's kind of a, excuse me, hint. Different kinds of aquatic monsters could be in here at any time. Maestro has a tendency to shift things around. He demonizes animals and puts them down here to attack and kill people. This is the entry back into the torture chamber. There's plenty of, you know, nooks and crannies and places to get to. And we're going to go over here to the laboratory. This is where Maestro comes to do evil magics. Okay. Go through here. And right over here is the forge. Maestro is an excellent blacksmith and can make magical weapons. He doesn't need to very often, but he can. He also has servants that will be down here. There is a demonic blacksmith. So over here, this is a crypt or burial vault. I put a sign here for fun, says, "Who's buried? You are!" Pop back out of here. And, let's see. More cells. This, and you probably can't see it until I go around a couple corners, is the entry to the maze. Yes, there is a maze to get lost in, and Maestro loves it when people get lost in his maze. This is where a sign's at. It says walls shift to trap you. Of course, there's no actual signs in here for the characters wandering around. He wouldn't give anything away. But this is the false entry to the maze. See? And that leads us over here, where there's some more cells. We're going to go way down here to this. This is the ancient archive, and it holds the history of the demon races, as far back as time can go. Any demon race can be learned about in here. That is, if you manage not to be munched up while you're trying to learn. Now we go over here, and there's a narrow space where we find the witch's cauldron. Okay. And I'm getting short on time here, so we're going to go back around. All the rest of these are just cells. We're going to go to the... Let me take a look here real quick. Yeah, just a cell. I'm going to head here to the back. Oops, I got twisted around in my own place. Pretty easy to do. Stomp a stomp over here. Here we are. This is a secret entrance where a person could get into Maestro's castle. Now, mind you, Maestro likes the suffering of others, so sneaking into his castle is something he usually allows. Although he doesn't make it super easy, it is guarded. So this is the way we're going to take to escape. Although, like I said, it's guarded, and here are the guards' chambers for some grittier, nastier creatures. Then we'll come around here, and around here, and out into the night. Yeah, nighttime. Okay. Now I'm going to go into flying mode. That takes you out behind the castle. I'm going to go up high and come around to the top of the mountain that the castle's built into to show you that it does have an airborne defense. There are airborne demons, and they have a nest right up here. And that is Maestro's castle. With all its groovy little secrets and plenty of rooms. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I will be building some more places from Galaxy Zento soon. And eventually I hope to make it so that people can come in and wander around. Thanks for watching.